Alright guys, so today we will be putting our Typhon Grom BLX to test. In fact, we will be running a full speed check on 2S and 3S LiPos and using our Cycplus G1 GPS computer to get the exact numbers. And we will be hitting different throttles using our SLT2 transmitter. You might have seen my detailed video on this, to basically check on different throttles, 50%, 75% and 100%, to really see what this mini beast is capable of. So let's find out how fast really the Grom is. Let's go.
Okay, so let's go with our first run. We are at 2S battery and our speed throttle, if you look at it, is at 50%. The last one, so the speed we expect at this configuration is 30 kilometers per hour or 20 miles per hour. So let's see. So we will do 2-3 rounds and hopefully we are able to find the max speed on this one. Let me go one more round. All right, I think we are done. Let's see what is the max speeds. Okay, let's take a look. Wow, we're able to get 35.1 kilometers per hour, although the expected one was 30 kilometers per hour. So that's 5 kilometers per hour extra. So I'm not sure what's going on. I don't have any modification, although I was thinking it will give a little bit less. And the reason is because I put some skid plates on it, plus we have a speedometer on it, right? So I was thinking it might get a little less, but it's giving 5 kilometers per hour over. Now our next configuration is 75%. At this one, it should give us 50 kilometers per hour, or I would say 30 miles per hour. So let's give it a try. We'll again give the same 2-3 rounds and to get the maximum speed. Wow, I can feel the throttle. One more round. All right, let's see. So this one give us 44.7 kilometers per hour, although the expected one is to have a 50 kilometers per hour. So this is almost 5.3 kilometers short. Okay, now let's increase our throttle to 100%. Now here we should get 55 kilometers per hour, and in miles it should be 35 miles per hour. So that's the configuration which Arma has put on the box. So we're just following up with that. Let me make sure this equipment is correct. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's give it a full throttle. One more round with the full throttle. All right, so I'm able to throw it out. So let's see. Wow, so looks like it's hitting 51.1 kilometers per hour, which is should be 55 kilometers per hour, but it is short of 3.9 kilometers per hour. So again, we are short on the 2S with 100% throttle as well. And I hope the car is fine, but look, So I put this skid plate a few days ago, right? And it's able to protect my like front tower. That's the reason I put it on. It's little bended, but it has provided the good protection. So that's a good thing to have. All right, so this completes our 2S. Now we will come to the 3S. Let me change the battery and I'll come back. All right, so we are back with our 3S configuration. Now we need to bring it back at 50%, and it should, with 3S battery 50%, it should give us what it was giving us with 2S 100%, which was 55 kilometers per hour or 35 miles per hour. Right, that's where 3S will start with the 50% throttle. So let's start. And I need to be very careful. One thing I was thinking is very cold today, right? We are in November, right? That might be one of the reasons which can impact the speed, the max speed. I'm not sure. So let me just give it a full throttle. One more round, just to be sure. I think we are good. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look. I think I need to average max. So looks like it is still hitting 51.1 kilometers per hour. This is the same speed when we got with the 2S 100%. So looks like it's being consistent. We are short of 3.9 kilometers per hour. So now let's change our throttle to 75%. Now it should give us 60 kilometers per hour, and plus it should give us 40 miles per hour, right? So let's start. So we need to hit 60 kilometers per hour. So we are at 75%. We should hit 60 kilometers per hour, which is also a 40 miles per hour with 75% throttle. Let me give me a full throttle. Wow. All right, let me come back. All right. So let's see. So we are able to hit 56.7, which would have hit 60 kilometers per hour, which means we are again short of almost 3.3 kilometers per hour with 75% throttle. So now let's go to our last and final. All right, so now we'll move with this to 100%. But now with 100%, it should hit what? It should hit 80 kilometers per hour, and it should hit 50 miles per hour. On the box it says 50 plus miles, but we are constantly hitting short. Let's see. So let's give it a try with 100% throttle with 3S battery. Wow, how will to hit me? One more round. Yes. So it's the maximum speed we are able to hit is 65.8. So we are looks like constantly short. I will just stop my test here. You see 65.8. So we are constantly short. So I'm not sure what is the reason. As I said earlier, right, maybe the extra weight because of this equipment, skid plates, this shock tower, or maybe it's because of the cold weather, the temperature. I think the current temperature is 43 degrees Fahrenheit and the wind is also blowing. So maybe that's also playing a role, but I'm not sure. So I will just do some analysis and let's come back to it.
So you must be thinking, what the heck I'm doing here playing ping pong. So as you know, our today's Typhon Grom speed test was a total disaster. And when I'm not feeling good or in depression, I usually come here and play ping pong with my robot. But I think let's talk about it, what exactly happened today. So I was thinking exactly what has happened today. And I have a few ideas and some thought process I was going through trying to understand what exactly has happened. My very first doubt was on this Cycplus GPS computer. I thought this might be faulty and not giving me correct numbers. So what I did, I ran a test on my car and I tried to match the numbers.
So I thought, let me just test the speedometer just to make sure the numbers I'm getting are correct and why they are so off. So I'll be matching with my car speed. You see the one in the light fonts, right? Bottom, those are the kilometers one, top at the top, miles one. So we will check on this device that how it looks. I think it's a better way to measure it if I put it right there. See that 41, it is 41, it is almost hitting 50, 60, it is hitting 60 there, right? It says below 80, 70, right? You see that is around that kilometers, right? It's not like way off. Right now it's 68, 67, so it is pretty close. Maybe not accurate to the very 100th portion, but it is almost there. It is very close. So I don't see that this speedometer has a problem. So that I think I validated with this speed check.
So as you see, the numbers on my test was matching exactly what the speedometer of the car was showing. So I excluded that doubt on the Cycplus computer. Now, second thing was I was thinking around the conditions, and conditions were not good for sure, right? We have a 43 degree Fahrenheit of temperature. This is pretty cold, right? Second thing was we have 18 miles per hour winds, right? So I analyzed this condition, what could be a possible effect of these conditions on our speed test today. And we all know that cold weather has a very adverse impact on the LiPos. And I have experienced it while driving my Tesla to Philadelphia from New Jersey. My battery performance or mileage, I didn't check the speed, but the mileage dropped by 50%. Instead of giving 300 miles, it was giving me 140, 150 miles, and I really need to recharge it multiple times. Similarly, when our outside temperature was 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and LiPos, really the internal resistance increases, and the voltage sags more easily, right? Which in turn has a less power output. And what does it really mean? It will accelerate slowly, and it will struggle to hit the top speed, right? And I believe that's what we saw today, right? Plus, we have 18 miles per hour winds, and car of this size, this Grom size, 116, 118, that has a very solid impact, right? It's very hard for this size of car to accelerate against the wind, right? And I was reading it online. It can really drop at this wind speed, 18 miles. It can really drop the top speed by 7 to 8 miles per hour. And that's what we see today when we're trying to hit at 100% throttle using 3S LiPo. I believe we recorded 65.8 kilometers per hour, which is around 41 miles per hour. It is dropped by almost 9 miles per hour overall, right? So if you include the battery performance and the film, you will see that all these numbers make sense. But I was also thinking that of one more reason, that if we would have a longer path and give the Typhon enough time to accelerate, right, we might be able to hit the top speed or close to the top speed. But I believe our path was not that long because I was just doing across the street. So maybe we have to fix that as well. All right, so the last reason I was thinking about this speed test performance was the tires. Although this has a very minimal impact, but as we know that in the cold weathers, the tire loses the grip. They don't have the very good grip on the road, and they have a slippery grip, at least until they get hot, right? So that also play some role in our Typhon Grom not able to hit the top speed. It was minimal, but it was some. So besides, our run was not that very good today, but we learned a lot today, right? And I did it for a reason, just to understand that how in different conditions these performance of the cars, the RC cars, changes, right? So we need to understand that while in this hobby. So we'll be running a test again during a normal weather. I believe the LiPos perform best between 70 Fahrenheit to 85 Fahrenheit. I believe that's the normal temperature range where it performs the best. So these are some of the reasons which I can think of why we are not able to achieve the top speed what Arma has mentioned on the box, and we were constantly missing it with few miles here and there. So I hope you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Till then, take care.